And you're welcome back. Last week, joining Aisha Ibrahim sat with wife of late former Vice President Kwesi Emisawata, Matilda Emisawata, about her newfound love, which is the work of God. She is now a senior member of the Full Gospel Business Men's Fellowship as they prepare to host an international conference here in Accra. Aisha sat with her.
Ghana will be hosting the 2023 version of the World Convention of the Full Gospel Business Men's Fellowship International on July 13. Some 2,500 Christian businessmen and women from all continents of the world are expected to congregate in Ghana for that meeting. We're lucky today to sit with the coordinator of the ladies wing of the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship, and she's no other person than Mrs. Matilda Emisawata. I'm glad to sit with you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
What have you been up to?
I've been in my corner, minding my own business, writing books and editing books, and training authors.
So you are the national coordinator of the ladies wing of the Full Gospel Business Men's Fellowship International. What are ladies doing in a men's fellowship?
Yes, the ladies in the fellowship are called Ladies of the Fellowship.
Okay.
So I'm the national coordinator of the Ladies of the Fellowship Ghana.
Okay.
Full Gospel is predominantly a men's organization, as was given to the founder.
Okay.
Let me just put it in perspective for you. An Armenian American dairy farmer had a vision where God asked him to form a fellowship.
Okay.
Based on the fact that a lot of men would rather drop their families at church and not go to church.
Okay.
And go and sit in either hotels and drink or play golf, and then after the church service, go and pick their families. So in the vision, God told Demos Shakarian to find these men and let them congregate where they go, the hotels, and talk about themselves and talk about God, so that what they miss out from the church, they would gain.
Okay.
So that was the genesis of Full Gospel. So it was predominantly to men, and that was how Demo started this. But along the line, the men were coming with their wives, just not to as members, but the wives would tag along, and then the wives would serve the tea and the coffee and whatnot. Gradually, other women who were not spouses of the men who went to Full Gospel also find their way there. So in 2012, the international office decided that something had to be done. And so the Ladies of the Fellowship was formed. And in Ghana, in 2013, it was inaugurated. So just briefly to give you a background.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So the women, how would you describe this one? Is it different from what we've come to know as Women Aglow? How different is this one? Women
Aglow is a women's fellowship.
Okay.
Whereas Full Gospel is a men's fellowship. Men meeting, sharing their testimonies, ordinary men, doctors, lawyers, plumbers, teachers, tailors, teachers meeting, talking about what God has done for them. So that means that in Full Gospel, you must be gainfully employed to be a member.
Yeah. Okay.
You must also be a Christian. However, if you're not a Christian and you find your way there, one of the things that will happen to you is you'll be helped to come to the saving knowledge of God.
Okay.
So men meet and talk about themselves, and the women are part of the men. We work on chapter basis.
Okay.
So for example, in Ghana, we have chapters all over Ghana. I belong to the East Legon chapter, and the chapter has men and women. So men hold positions.
Yeah.
Women are not elected to positions, but women can be appointed.
Sure.
So, for example, I was appointed national coordinator of the Ladies of the Fellowship, but I cannot become a chapter president. Yeah. So we, together with the men, meet once a week. We call it seminar meetings, where we talk about things to do with business, because you know we are businessmen and women.
Yeah.
So we have seminar meetings where we talk about different things like careers, we talk about marketing, we talk about finance, we talk about any social thing you can think of. And then we also talk about spiritual things, because one of the things that happens in Full Gospel is when you come, you will be empowered spiritually. For example, if you don't know the gifts that you are endowed with, you will be helped to identify your gifts. And you'll be trained in a way that you can use those gifts effectively for yourself and also to glorify God.
So let's talk about how effective the ladies have been in this fellowship so far.
With the ladies, there's a national executive. And the national executive, if you like, oversees all the ladies' affairs in the country. Under the national executive, we have various ministries. We have a prison ministry, a schools ministry, we have an orphanage ministry, hospital ministry, maternity ministry, we have market ministry, we have a publicity section. So, for example, under the schools ministry, every Friday, the team goes to schools to talk to the children about God, morals, and things. We have a prison ministry where they visit the prisons, not just to donate food items and things, but also to engage the warders and the prisoners in talks as to how to change their lives. The maternity ministry also does the same. The hospital ministry also does the same. So that is nationally what we do. In every region, we have a ladies coordinator, a regional ladies coordinator. And the regions, if you like, mirror what is done national. So that, for example, if we are going to, last month, for example, the prison ministry went to the secondary prison. Instead of people going from Accra to go secondary, the secondary ladies of the fellowship will organize everything, and just a couple of people will go from Accra and it is done.
So how do you then respond to accusations that the fellowship in general, and that means the ladies and the men, have not really done much or have failed in the fight against corruption and immorality in our society?
Are you saying that we are being accused of that?
Yes.
By who?
Well, I mean, because it is one of your core mandates, or one of the things that you champion, people think that you really haven't done much in that direction.
You know, fighting against corruption and things takes different forms. In the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship, we have what we call unashamedly ethical. Unashamedly ethical is a global movement that anybody can belong to. Full Gospel as a fellowship is a member of unashamedly ethical. And what unashamedly ethical stands for is to help people in whatever business you are doing, wherever you are, to be ethical in what you do. Therefore, for example, if you are a contractor and you are a member of Full Gospel and you are also signed on to unashamedly ethical, you make an understanding, you make a commitment that in your business you will follow ethical rules and you will do your business ethically and you will not cut any corners. That, in my view, it's working against corruption and everything.